What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in to Flowing with Fluid. We are in our chakra series and we are on chakra 1. We are starting with the root chakra and working our way up. And I would like to recommend for all of you to get this book called Wheels of Life. I'm not endorsed by them. I would just like for you guys to get this because this is my main guide for the chakra series. I'm going to be taking a few meditations and stuff from here, mixing it with my practice and sharing it with you all. So it's a really good read, especially if you are looking to incorporate the chakras in with your yoga. And I just hope that you guys will enjoy this journey with me, and thank you for tuning in. To prepare yourself for this meditation, go ahead and find yourself a chair with a nice strong back on it and something where you can also lay your feet flat onto the ground. We want to make sure that our feet are flat on the ground and that we're sitting up tall while we're doing our meditation. Now, I'm not going to be going word for word. I'm going to be adding a little bit, from my practice and everything that I've learned through my studies. And we're going to get right into it. So find a comfortable chair and sit with your back straight and both feet planted firmly on the floor. Take a deep breath in and feel your body expand and contract as you breathe. So we're going to continue to take these few deep breaths in and strong exhales. When we inhale, we want to make sure that our bellies are expanding fully. And we're going to expand from our bellies up to our ribs and then up to our chest. And when we exhale, exhaling from our chest, ribs, and belly. You're going to feel our body expand and contract as we breathe. Feel our legs and our feet and the floor that they are placed on. We feel the solidity of the contact. You feel the chair beneath you. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. And how the force of gravity naturally pulls us downward easily and soothingly. We're going to bring our attention to our feet. Ever so slightly, we're going to press our feet into the floor, feeling our legs engage with the earth plane. And we want to make sure that we're releasing the tension from our muscles and our legs. And we're just feeling a subtle current of energy running from our first chakra down to the earth through our legs. And we're going to try to keep this current going as we move on to grounding our upper body. As we tune into the weight of our body, you will gradually become aware of the center of gravity at the base of your spine. Feel how your body is now resting at that point. Focus on it as it were an anchor holding you in place. When you feel anchored at this spot, you can begin to integrate the rest of your body into your grounding. Just want to take a moment to visualize that anchor holding us in place. And visualizing the center of gravity. We're going to tune into our torso, focusing our attention on the central channel of our body. This is not the spine, which is closer to the back of the body, but this is part of our internal core, which is aligned over our center of gravity. Take a moment to align the top of the head, the throat, heart, stomach, and abdomen, and all other chakras with the base chakra where they rest. Take a deep breath in and allow this alignment to gently settle and balance over the first chakra. We have now established a vertical column of energy. Imagine this column with a great cord, preferably a deep red color, as you see that I'm wearing today. And it's running from far from our head, through the center of our body, and down into the ground, passing directly through the empty space between our seat and the floor. So we're visualizing this cord coming down from the crown of our heads through the center of our bodies all the way down to the ground. Take time to make sure this cord runs through your anchor point in the first chakra and continues not only to the ground but deep down into the ground. Visualize it going all the way to the center of the earth, with the earth's gravitational field pulling it down to its core. So we're imagining this cord that's coming from our head all the way down to our base, all the way down to the floor, and we're visualizing it going through the ground that our feet are on, through the ground that the house or wherever we are is sitting on, and all the way down to the core of the earth. Remember, this is like our anchor holding us in place. And we're continuing to breathe as we go through this meditation as well. Spend time at this point checking to keep all parts going. The feet slightly pressed into the floor, the chakras aligned directly over each other, the red column of energy pulling us downward, the harmonious feel of gravity rooting us, anchoring our physical and subtle bodies together. Gradually, we're going to let our torso sway back and forth. And then we're going to eventually sway side to side. And feel free to add the arms however feels most comfortable for you. And then we're going to move in a circular motion. Moving just our torso. And we're going to rotate in the opposite direction. And we can find our way to center. And we're going to notice how the base of our spine did not move, yet our body was moving around our base. We want to be able to keep our grounding even in movement. And this allows our body, this practice that we just did allowed us to practice this skill of keeping our grounding while we're keeping our movement. So we're going to allow the tension to drain off into the ground. We're going to take all that energy and just let it go ahead and flow through that cord all the way to the ground. Still keeping our feet slightly pressed onto the floor. And then we're going to return to stillness again. And we're just going to end with a few breaths. A few deep breaths in. Inhaling in. Holding at the top. And taking a nice deep exhale. Second deep breath in. Holding at the top. Nice deep exhale. And we're going to take one last breath. Inhaling in. Holding. And a strong exhale. Thank you guys for meditating with me today. I hope you feel grounded. I hope you feel good after doing that grounding meditation. And also feel free to check out the um, grounding yogas that I am posting. So make sure you stay tuned for that so that you can go ahead and do some yoga to also improve your grounding and get these legs strong. It's a bit of a workout, so be ready for that. And also make sure that you stay tuned for yoga and mimosas every second Sunday at Love Goddess Healing Oasis, 2839 Cherokee Street. So stay tuned, check me out, and thank you for practicing with me today. I'm going to. I am because you are. Thank you.